going to be 5 games, so we're heading in that general direction. We were talking about what should the next game plan be for SK Gaming. It seems like they found it. You said we need Justice to pick that Orianna or another AoE mid champ, and then what was the things they built around that to make it work this time around?
So this time, SK had a really strong teamfight combo. They had the Twitch on top of the Orianna, and it's a really strong AoE massive teamfight. If Orianna hits a couple of people with their ultimate, Kayle can't ultimate all of them. Janna can't heal everybody up or shield everybody, the same with Lulu. So if they do that with the Twitch Orianna, they basically have a free win in the teamfights, and it worked out really well.
Tell me then about the fast push we saw coming out once again, and kind of speaking about how to react, when you know when you have to go back, when not. Copenhagen Wolves seem to be quite good at it. How come? Is this like a natural instinct for you guys?
It's a lot about communication and just knowing your enemy champions. And I think this game, the Orianna, was so important for the team comp because the Orianna ball just kept the enemies at bay whenever they wanted. So they always got to decide where the enemies were going, and they could always just seal off entrances and just decide where the fight was going to take place.
That was what it brought to the team comp in general. What do you make of the Orianna versus Kayle matchup? Before that, you said Orianna should win out.
Yeah, Orianna wins versus Kayle. 1-on-1 straight up, Orianna outranges and outpokes Kayle. And on top of that, if Orianna even wants to, she can take exhaust, but Jessis went with heal this time, and Xpeke went with exhaust because he knows, okay, Orianna deals a ton of damage, so maybe I can outtrade if I pick exhaust or something like that. But I don't think it's the right pick for Xpeke. He had the last pick, he could see it coming, they have massive team fight, and just being able to only focus one down at a time was not the best decision, I would say. I would say, like, he hovered over Karthus a couple of seconds, and I think if he actually went with that, he can always flash the Orianna ball and just get on top of Twitch, and he can't deal the damage he needs to in a team fight, which would be a solution.
Flash the Orianna ball. We've seen that from you, of course. Nice one there. What do you make of the Berserker's Greaves on Kayle?
I don't think it's beneficial to go Berserker Greaves. I think magic penetration is way better, especially if you do attack marks in the reds, so you get 15%. I think that's way stronger build on Kayle, and you have a lot more damage with the magic penetration boots.
Looking to the top lane, Youngbuck, you said they definitely have to ban out that Lulu. Of course, it wasn't banned out. It was in play. We also thought that Freddy would go for that Trundle. He also didn't. What did you make of the matchup there? Shyvana versus Lulu, and this time, because of what happened in the beginning, of course, Lulu didn't have an impact.
Freddy proved me wrong, and it just shows he's one of the best Shyvanas in Europe, and he was able to deal with the Lulu pretty much throughout the entire game. So big props to him. I still think that the Lulu can be very strong, but this game they really played around the Lulu and just, I don't really know how to put it, but they just played around it so well.
What do you make of this then? We said SK has to look for different plans. It seems if they just do what they have done the entire split, it's come together as a team very well, they could make it. Do you think that if they take the same ingredients, they can take it to game 5? Sorry.
I think pick and ban phase from transition from purple side into blue side is way easier because it leaves something like the Nidalee open, which is a highly contested pick in this series so far. And Fnatic will most likely first pick it if possible, which leaves some of the other champions open. And Fnatic can always take the Orianna away from SK, so ban something like Orianna and 6. And I'm not actually sure what SK would do in that case, and I think that's what Fnatic should do.
Youngbuck, you agree that blue side for Fnatic will be the most important thing going into picks and bans that they can first pick?
Yeah, I think they will be able to better pick the mid lane, and we just see that SK has found the answer to the poke comp and the shield comps that they've been showing. So now it's Fnatic's turn to show that they have something else in their arsenal as well.
We will see if that happens, or if we go to a game 5, which is always fun. Now we need to power up on our mana bars, but stick around for game 4 between Fnatic and SK Gaming. Will Fnatic win the championship in the next game? Will SK take it to 5 games? That's all right around the corner, so don't touch that browser.